What's the deal, collective? So, hold on. Let me get this over here. So, the fire alarm in the hallway on my floor went off, and then a few seconds after that, or a minute or two after that, my Wi-Fi just completely got cut. There should be no reason why my Wi-Fi is getting cut. So whoever was in the hallway, whoever was doing something in the hallway, is messing with my Wi-Fi now. This is the first time that my Wi-Fi ever gets interrupted, and there's no coincidences that the fire alarm just went off in the hallway, and then now my Wi-Fi is... I was just watching a reading. I'm going to show you. I was just watching a reading, in the middle of the reading. Stop. So now we're going to tap in to see, because I still got connection. So it doesn't matter. You're still going to get exposed. So, and then my upstairs neighbor just came out the room. Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light, light attribute only, please provide me with some insight. Who is trying to hack, or who is trying to disturb, or who is disturbing my Wi-Fi connection? Who is this in the hallway? Who are we exposing? Now my upstairs neighbors want to come out. They were not out in the they weren't making no noise. They were stuck in the room practically all day. And now that I touched these cards, they want to come out into the living room, and they want to come out the room. Who we exposing? Angels, answers, spirits of the divine white light. A karmic friend. Somebody's aunt. A karmic friend's aunt. A karmic friend and an aunt. They related family. A karmic friend and their aunt. They related family. Who else? A religious figure. Ooh, and my phone keep falling. And their sister, somebody really don't want on this falling second time. So we got a karmic friend, an aunt. Their aunt, they're related. A religious figure. Their sister. My upstairs neighbors sound nervous. Because what time is it? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Somebody's son. A neighbor. Spiritual cultists. They mutual acquaintances. A karmic female son. Wow, I split the deck. Con artists, scammers, and thieves. Oh, so now my Wi-Fi is back. They've been messing with my Wi-Fi a little bit. This is not the second time. Earlier today, I noticed that my shit was logged off, and I didn't log off on my Wi-Fi. So somebody's trying to hack into my Wi-Fi. Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light, light attribute only, please provide me with something. Somebody's trying to look. It's saying yes automatically. Somebody's trying to hack into my Wi-Fi. Let's get this deck over here. So it's saying a karmic friend and their aunt.
Trying to block you from creating the family that you
look at that. Trying to block me.
Miserable.
Wow.
Because they're still living their lives for their families.
Look at that. Bam. Pause that. It's crazy how that came back on as soon as I freaking about to pull some cards. So they're trying to block me. Right? So let's see. Let's plug some cards, collective. Because they be thinking that I'm not tapped in just because I'm not on here. Look, the dark don't want anything to do with them anymore. They're trying to send dark shit over here to me, and they don't want to. The dark don't want to fuck with them no more. It says there's a copy, paste, and post troll. These people who are copying off of me. Like I said earlier, somebody's mad, right? So they've been fucking with my flyers. I guess they want me to react or give some type of reaction. They're not gonna get the reaction that they want. I'm not too sure what they think, but you really not gonna get the reaction that you want. You want me to spaz out? I know you stalking me. You would literally, it's no coincidences that the fire alarm goes off literally on my floor and then all of a sudden my Wi-Fi just cuts off. We all know you live in this building. Neighbor came out. Is associated with this neighbor. So I don't know why you be thinking that you're not gonna expose, and I don't know why you be thinking that shit is quiet. The fire alarm is not quiet. It is very loud. Everybody heard that everybody heard it in the building. And now that I'm talking about how right after the fire alarm went off, my Wi-Fi gets cut, you thought I was not gonna talk about it? I'm gonna make sure that you get exposed, you stupid bitch, whoever you are. You think you can silence me? You're not intimidating me. You thought I was going to open the door, see who's messing. I'm not nosy like that. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Be a menace if you want to. But you're going to be a menace by your damn self, and I'm not going to participate with it. I keep telling you, y'all going to starve. You can't have my energy. I don't think what you understand, what you're not understanding. What you're not understanding. But you still will get exposed, though. For sure. They've been backed into a corner. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Doing nature magic. And you know what's funny? Yesterday, I was outside yesterday. I was out and about almost all day, and I didn't come back until a little bit late, like 10, it was around 9 something, almost 10 o'clock. And I passed by the block, not my block, but the next block, the building that's behind me. My windows are faced to the back of the building. So the back of the building, there's another building that's on the next block to me. Yo, as soon as we went down, we had to drive down that block to get to the block that I live on. I drove down that block, and when I tell you that I started feeling nauseous and sick, oh yeah, baby, I was feeling sick. So the next block over from me, and it might be that building that's getting construction, because the way it looks on the outside, it looks raggedy outside. It might be that building that they're doing construction in. I'm not going to say it might be. It is that building that they're doing construction in. And that fucking man that was wailing lives in that building that they're doing construction in. So it's that building that's literally right across from me. When I tell you, when I passed by that block yesterday, I felt sick. Look, a storm is coming. And like I said, my upstairs neighbors were in the room all day. They weren't really outside. If they were quiet about it. But now that I'm on this camera, yeah, spiritual coma, all these people that know each other, that are a bunch of scammers. Yeah, you messing with somebody that got blind faith, baby. You fuck, the dark don't want anything to do with you. The devil don't want to fuck with you. These demons are not going to do your bidding no more. Because I'm somebody that you're never going to make me lose faith. And you can try to block my throat all the fuck you want, you stupid bitch that's watching. Run, bitch. That's why you're running, right? Yeah, flying solo. Now you flying solo. You about to be flying solo in this. Nobody's gonna want to fuck with you because everybody sees that you don't got no power. Y'all niggas is sour. You a copy paste post troll. You a copy paste post troll flying solo now. Yeah, you naughty by nature, and you've been backed into a corner being naughty by nature. Yeah, secret love affairs getting exposed. You having some secret love affairs getting exposed that you could be on the DL on the low, or you have a fucking secret love affair doing black magic on me. Somebody's secret love affair is getting exposed. The father side of the family. Somebody's secret love affair of the father side of the family is getting exposed. A storm is coming. It could be that this person sleeps with underage people. Or it could be that they do sex magic. A brother not related. This brother energy keep coming out in my energy. They being put into a spiritual coma. Somebody's brother. Yeah, that energy is distortion. Energy distortion. They were trying to distort somebody with blind faith, which is me. You can't do that. Yeah, this is, and also they wanted to join the hate crowd, and they got themselves trapped in the trap house collective. So people who wanted to join the hate crowd got themselves trapped in the trap house. Yes, you did, and you still trying. And I be trying. I'm not doing the readings, but I be posting readings, and I be blasting them for them to hear me, for not to hear me, but to hear the readings, and they be saying they stop it, but they don't listen. It says a father related. So there's a secret love affair getting exposed with this father related on the father side of the family. This father has witchcraft. A storm is coming on the father side of the family because of this witchcraft. They being casted out. They're unprotected. So they being casted out and they unprotected. The dark don't want anything to do with them. They're experiencing the wrath of God. Ooh, this one is a fall. Somebody needs to step forward, or somebody's gonna step forward. Because the rats is running. Because the storm is coming because of their cruel intentions. They're being put into a spiritual coma. In the back of the deck, it says, in the back of the thing, it says being deported. So somebody could be being deported. Yeah, these people are a part of a coven. Yeah, and they were out here trying to do womb magic. They're trying to siphon my creativity and my abundance. You're not gonna do that, baby. You want to know why you can't have it? Because I'm in it. I'm in my energy. 1331. Something's being mirrored back. I am in my energy. I'm using my energy, and you cannot have it. You cannot use it. You cannot steal it. You have no permission, reign, or authority, or fucking power. Do you hear me? Maybe I need to raise my voice a little bit louder for the dumb fucks that live in this building to understand you don't got no power, no reign, or authority to control my life, to cause disruption in any way, shape, or form. I want to laugh because y'all motherfuckers be thinking that y'all cook God and y'all not God. You don't have no power, you stupid bitch. This is why I like talking shit about y'all motherfuckers. Because y'all so dumb, like dodo birds. Y'all stupid. It's incredible. It's incredible. And y'all keep trying and trying and trying. It's like, yo, y'all dumb as fuck. Like, y'all dumb. Like, y'all can't, like, earlier, they sent this, and I want to put him in the middle of it, but I know he's in the middle of it because he goes to the next door neighbor, and the next door neighbor is in the middle of everything. And I'm talking about the chick with the dogs and the camera. And he goes to her, he got the keys to her house. How I go outside to pick something up because somebody dropped something off for me, and I go outside to get it, and how the downstairs neighbor I see him coming out the building, and as soon as he sees me, he goes right back. He literally comes out the building. He sees that I'm in the car, that I'm not outside by myself, and he goes right back upstairs inside the building. And then when I go outside, when I go upstairs, the camera is removed off his door. Now, I don't know if he's following me to help me, or he's following me because he's being told to follow me because he fucks with homegirl next door. And I'm gonna mention this too. When she came out her house earlier, I was my nerves. I got anxious energy, or it's underarm sweating. And then when she came back, the same shit happened. I'm just saying, we're gonna put that out there. We're gonna talk about all my experience today. Yeah, the illusion is undone. Yeah, they motherfuckers are stupid. Like I said, they dumb. It says they feeling the pressure and the walls is caving in. I bet it is, because y'all still doing dumb shit, still trying to get away with what's already exposed. You already exposed. This person got a speech impediment and they slur and they mumble. Y'all idiots. Yeah, y'all here trying to destiny swap. You can't destiny swap. You want to know why? Because I'm already in my destiny, you stupid bitches. Maybe if I didn't know what my destiny was and I was unaware of what y'all was doing, then okay, maybe y'all would get away with it. But I know what y'all doing. So the fact that I know what y'all doing, I know what y'all have done, I know what y'all have attempted, this is why you can't do it. You can't have me homeless again. Been there, done that. You can't have me struggling. You can't have me sick. You can't have me anxious. You can't have me depressed. Everything that you have done without the however many years that y'all been doing it, been there, done that. I've already experienced it and I've overcome it. You cannot have me back in that energy. This is how stupid and slow and dumb you are. You're trying the same shit. That's not going to work. You've tried it all, and I've overcome it all. If you have tried it all, 1717 on the time as I look up, if you have tried it all and I have overcame it all, then what makes you think that if you repeat the same spells and the same tricks and the same plans that is going to work in your favor? I'm going to be quiet and let y'all think about that since y'all watching and y'all trolling me anyway. Y'all feel stupid, right? Let me let y'all sit in y'all stupidity. A little bit. Oh, there they go. Moon magic. You out here doing moon magic? Now you going through the wrath of God because you've been backed into a corner. You doing moon magic, nature magic. The nature don't like you. You trying to abuse and use nature. It says they got no more cards to play and they out of moves. What I just finished saying this. I literally just said you did everything that you tried all the moves and there's no more and you keep repeating it and it came out. Look at that. Here they go. The rats is running. They hear them. Yeah, you did this for opportunities. You decided to have cruel intentions against me because for opportunities. Now you being put in a spiritual coma. A storm is coming. The rats is running. This somebody's father side of the family, a brother that's not related to me. Because they're not related. These people are not related to me. So this is a brother from somebody's father side of the family. Their secret love affair is getting exposed for them being naughty by nature, and now they flying solo. And this is a karmic friend and their aunt, a religious figure. That could be a female that's just their sister, or this religious figure and their sister. A karmic female and their son. Let's break it up. How we see it? We got 4, 4, and 4. Okay. So I'm seeing karmic friend that's an aunt, karmic friend, aunt, related family to a religious figure. This sister is a karmic female. Her son is the neighbor. And these are a bunch of spiritual occultists that are mutual acquaintances that are scammers, conners, and thieves. I split the deck again, and they could be content creators. That's why they're trying to stop my shit, because they're content creators, bitch. You a karmic content creator. You a karmic. You a demonic content creator. How about that? You mad that you can't siphon people's energy no more through your videos and your content? You mad that you can't curse people no more? You mad that you getting exposed? You're mad? Be mad. I'm gonna keep exposing your bitch ass, especially if you in my energy, in my area, in my building, trying to fuck with me and my internet connection. I'm gonna... Ooh, you mad? Ooh, my upstairs neighbors is mad. Thank you for giving yourself away, stupid. Our live camera. When I say collective, when I say these people are stupid, they're stupid. We all heard that bang. That wasn't next door. That was upstairs. Because they're retarded. I'm telling you, them demons that got control of them, they driving them crazy. Yeah, it says you were outnumbered and it still drop kicked them all down. So I was outnumbered by a lot of people and I still won. Imagine that. Because I was never by my side, by myself. Related to you by marriage. Somebody's related to me by marriage. Somebody married into my family. And it was a risky move trying to marry into my family. It says they broke into the wrong spiritual house. You fucking sure did. You did, yeah. Yes, you did. So you think that you were gonna do some type of spell work in the hallway, light some type of light something. Let me tell you something. This is what gives you away, because you're trying to do spell work in the hallway, light some shit while you passing my floor or you in between the hallways. Right? And you give yourself away. You let everybody know what you're doing, because you could smoke marijuana in the hallway and the marijuana is not going to get this. The marijuana is not going to set the fucking alarm off. Only black smoke sets alarm off. White smoke does not set an alarm off. So, marijuana does not give off black smoke. It gives off white smoke. I smoke marijuana all the time in my house, right close to the fucking, very close to the motherfucking smoke detector. I light incense in my house all the time, and it goes through the house. It does not set the alarm off. You know what sets the alarm off? When you burn something on the stove. You know when you burn something on the stove, what that gives off is black smoke. That you don't see because it goes up, it goes to the air. So somebody was burning something in the hallway, doing some type. I recorded it. I recorded a little bit of it. I'm gonna post that, because right after that smoke alarm went off, my internet disconnected for a brief little moment, and that ain't ever happened since I got internet. So somebody's trying to hack into my shit. So now that I'm exposing this, you won't be able to do it again. That is your problem now. You won't be able to go in that hallway and light that shit, because this is the first time that smoke detector goes off. You won't be able to light no ritual shit in the hallway. And you won't be able to try to come into my connection, because now I'm exposing your stupid ass. And if there is Popo FBI watching me, now they really gonna be checking your ass. Because I know I'm being watched, and it's not by you stalkers only. So, while you watching me, you being watched. And I know I'm being watched by the police, whether it's good or bad. I don't believe it's bad. I believe it's good at this point. Because when I went outside yesterday to go get some bud, I saw one cop car pass, and then when I was walking down the block, the same block with the bud, two cops cars driving up past the shop. So at this point, you may have had all eyes on me because motherfuckers gave it away by fucking doing dumb shit, letting me know that you were making false accusations on me. But now there's no more, no, there's no, you're trying to get a reaction from me so that you can stick some type of narrative on me, and it's not going to work. Because I've already exposed that I'm being gang stalked, organized crime. You can sit there and rip all the flyers you want, and I'm going to keep posting them bitches. Do you know how many flyers I created? I posted in this building to be petty. You think motherfuckers think, you think I don't know that y'all don't give a fuck about me in this building? You trying to run me out. I ain't going nowhere until God says it's time for you to move. And when it's time for me to move, God is going to provide me with the financial income to move. Right now, God is telling me to move. So I'm here for a fucking reason, bitch. And if you don't like it, that's not my fucking problem. You move. But I'm here to expose your stupid ass, and I'm going to keep doing it. And you don't scare me. You don't intimidate me. You can stalk me. You can stand. You can hover literally right in front of my door, and I wouldn't give a shit, bitch, because you have. You think I don't hear you in the hallway? You think I don't hear you creeping to my door? You think I don't be seeing the little spritz of fucking spell work that you trying to spray in front of my door? You think I don't notice none of these things? You stupid. Y'all stupid. And you know what's unfortunate is that you don't love yourself and you don't love your life. You're too concerned with trying to destroy mine instead of fixing and healing yourself. I don't know why I want to laugh, because it's not funny. Y'all broken ass motherfuckers. Y'all broken. And there's a motherfucking quote, broken crayon still color. Just because you're broken doesn't mean you can't fix yourself. But y'all so broken literally in your mind. Y'all so far gone that y'all really feel that y'all cannot heal. You cannot fix yourself. You cannot overcome whatever you're going through. You really feel like God is not going to forgive you. If you really feel like that, then God is not going to forgive you, because you keep on doing the same shit. So no, he's not going to forgive you. Y'all weak-minded motherfuckers. That's the problem. Wrapped up with money and appearance and power that you don't have and you never did. Because true power is not you attacking the next person because you're jealous. That's how you know you're weak. And you think I'm supposed to be intimidated by you? Hell no. Give me a fucking break. You a weak, pussy, coward ass bitch, whether masculine or feminine. Don't got control over your life, and you think you're going to control me and my life and my destiny. You are delusional, and what drugs are you on? Thank you for your energy, though, because I'm going to keep reminding you, any malintention, ill will, evil eye, hex, curse, spell will only increase my protection, increase my prosperity, increase my health, increase my wealth. Everything will increase. Everything in my life will increase. I'm going to be just upgraded, ascending, and ascending. While you degrade and you downgrade and you decrease and you fall and you tumble and you crumble, bitch. Tower after tower after Tower is what you're going to have. You don't scare me. You're not intimidating. You're actually played out like a broken record that's scratched up, repeat, on repeat. Motherfuckers that don't want to stop putting the same record on repeat. It's all fucking scratched up and it's skipping through the motherfucking shit because you keep replaying the damn fucking record, wearing the shit out, and then you damage the record now. A vinyl record that's a collectible that's worth a lot of money now. You damaged something that was worth a lot of money, you idiot. Fumbled the bag. Now you can't profit off of it anymore. You can't collect it. You can't fix it. You can't sell it. You can't get it. Because you had a motherfucking vinyl ass record, old school, worth fucking a lot of money. And because you wanted to play it, oh, let me just listen to it because I like it. Let me just listen to it again and again and again and again and again and again, knowing instead of saving it and preserving it, no matter how bad you wanted to listen to it, you decided to listen to it over and over and you fucked up the only chance that you had to be abundant. Maybe I gotta break it down like that since y'all into material shit. You like a fucking vinyl record. Because vinyl records are worth money if you got the right one. You like a baseball card if you got the right one. And you kept playing with the baseball cards, bending it, making it look old and dingy when you knew you were supposed to have it encased in mint condition, just preserving it like the record. And letting it sit there and accumulate residual and let it sit there and accumulate years because you have it, right? The longer you have it, the more money you get from it, right? Because it gets older and it gets older and it gets older, like something getting wise and marinating. You didn't let it marinate. You decided to play. It's like somebody having a new toy and don't know how to act, and they play with it so much that they break it, and you just got it yesterday. But you so obsessed. You don't know how to give something a break. That's y'all. And what's the phrase go? Y'all be thinking y'all bigger than the program. You think you bigger than God. You like I mean, let's be real. Did you create yourself? Who created you? First of all, let's rewind. Motherfuckers, we were born. If we go based on being born into the world, we're literally born from a female. Whether that bitch gets a C-section or the bitch pushes you out her poo-poo-poo. You are created by a woman. Most of y'all wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a person like me, a woman that can create, that can bear children, because not all women can bear children. How unfortunate. But a majority of women are bearers. They bear children. They give birth. They create children. Another life. Even though it takes another person to create the other life, but the woman is the one that holds it, nests it, grows it, nurtures it, feeds it, caresses it, cares for it, bonds, because it's in the woman's body. And you think that you're going to destroy somebody that created a woman that can create, bear a child, give birth to a human being? See, especially somebody that's of faith, because we got karmic females. that are mothers, unfortunately. And they gave birth to devil spawn like the ones that's attacking me now. Not all beings or energies or people that look like a human being are created by the Most High Divine. So I gotta stop saying we are one, because we are not all one and we are not all the same. But the creator of all the creations, the creator of other creators that created the universe and other creatures, is who I am created by. The creator of all. The good and the bad. So you attacking me that I believe in my creator. And you really thought that your tricks and your tactics was gonna make me lose faith. You can make me struggle all the fuck you want, and I can sit here and have a little argue with God, because if you think, depending however you look at God, as a father or a feminine, God is the creation, right? So if you picture God as a human being or somebody here on earth, that's like your parent, right? He created you. Your father, your mother created you, right? Your birth, right? So you could be, people be thinking like, oh, I can't be angry at God. You could be angry at God as long as you don't curse God, damn God, condemn him, and turn your back. Because God tests us, and God puts us through tests and tests. And oh, baby, let me tell you something. I do not like tests. I don't like written tests. I don't like physical tests. I don't like spiritual tests. I don't like no tests at all collected. I don't like them. But it is what it is, and we have to be tested. Because God really wants to know who is down for him and who is not. Because if you go based on the Bible, you have motherfucking angels that turn their back on the Most High Divine and were fallen angels, right? So if his own angels that were wings up in heaven, if you consider heaven up in the sky, everybody thinks differently. But if his own peoples could turn on him, then what makes God think that his creations can't turn on him? If his own divine, they were divine. Angels are divine. If their own divine energies were able to be corrupted, what makes him think that this other creations couldn't be? It literally, I'm not the one, I have the Bible there. And I'm not one that reads the Bible, because there's a lot of, they be trying to twist your word. They be trying to twist shit. They be trying to confuse you up in the Bible. But there is the story that I do know of Job, right? And Job was somebody of faith, blind faith to God, and God put Job through everything, murder all his children, and he had a lot of children. All his children died. All his crops were burned. His marriage gone. Had a disease, an illness. And then so-called friends, hidden enemies, his ops, sitting there trying to mentally manipulate him to turn his back on God, because they saying, look, are you still faithful to God? Look what you're going through. Your children are gone. You lost your crop. You lost your foundation. You lost this. You lost that. And you still believe in God? And Job said, yep, I do. And then what happened at the end of Job's story? He healed. He got his shit back up and running again, and I guess created a new family. The moral of that story is, just because you doubt it now, don't mean God is not there with you. We are being tested to see, is the material things are important? If God strips you of family, if God strips you of materials, if God strips you of wealth, if God gives you an illness, are you going to lose faith, or are you going to still believe that God is going to heal you from that illness? God is going to restore your prosperity and your wealth. God is going to bring you, you're going to be able to create a new family, build a new family, build your wealth up again. Or are you going to turn your back and turn your faith on God because he took everything from you? And you're going to damn God? Because that's the test. Money is not important. Validation is not important. Pleasing the world is not important. Money, though we need it, is not important. We shouldn't be beasting and fighting over money when everybody that got a social security number and a birth certificate got money that the government hides from us. So I'm going to leave that there because I'm not even going to get into that. But yeah, I really thought that y'all was going to be out here destiny swapping. Nah, sorry. Your access is denied. You don't have permission. And I keep trying to remind you, you be thinking that my words don't mean anything. My words are very mighty and potent. And when I say that you're going to get sick if you continue to siphon, harvest, manifest, heal, drain my energy, I really mean it. I don't have to sit here and do spell work for something to happen to you. You and your bad intentions, your cruel intentions, and your evil, wicked ways is why you're going through what you're going through. And you're mad because you are a weak bitch and you can't handle what you dish out, which is also not my problem. So you could dish it out, but what you dish out, you cannot handle. See, if you're going to play with darkness, you better be able to sit in that darkness that you're throwing out when you can't get somebody else to sit in the darkness that you're throwing. Baby, I shine bright in hell, bitch. What the fuck you don't understand? I shine bright in hell. You trying to bring hell in my way? I'm going to shine bright in the hell that you're trying to create in my life, bitch. Watch me shine. You hating because you see that I'm shining. You're mad because you know you cannot stop me. Can't stop, won't stop, and I'm not going to stop. You're going to exhaust yourself thinking that you could unalive me physically, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, mentally. You think you out here sending some type of psychic attacks? Please, bitch. Blocked. You think you scaring me? No, you're not. You showing me that you're scared. You think you intimidating me? You're not. Ooh, you're doing spell work in the hallway. My door is blocked. My door, outside my door is protected. Inside my door is protected. My body, my temple is protected. No matter where I go. My mind, my body, my soul. I am complete and I am whole. Unfortunately, you are not. That is also not my problem. Yeah, hopeful. You were hopeful. You were hopeful that this moon magic destiny swap was gonna work? No, it wasn't. Yeah, controlling in the reverse. You lost your energy. You lost your controlling thing. In denial, insane berserker. They in denial that they lost power. Somebody was hopeful that they were going to be able to destiny swap my energy with those coven, and they're protected. They got no more cards to play. They out of moves, and they're in denial right now for this risky move that they took, which was doing that spell work in the hallway and then trying to cut my connection afterwards. Or try to hack me. Now you're trying to block my throat? That's what I have to do. See how my voice got clear again? So simple. Let me clear my throat. And it goes a little something like this. Goddamn. Collective, I didn't even realize. I didn't even pick a lot of cards. But we in an hour here. Oh, 46:46. Something is mirroring back to 2. 10:10 to 2. These people are, yeah. They're mad. And they're showing they're mad. Ripping my flyers. Ooh. You're a big man. You know what I did, collective? I had 2 flyers in when you were right before you walk inside the building, like getting completely inside the door of the building. They ripped one of them, right? And I seen it. I peeped it. I left it there. I left it ripped. And I said, you know what? I got a lot of flyers. So I took it down. I put another. I took that one flyer down and put 5 more up. I put a new flyer that I created. I put all the new flyers that I created and 2 business cards, right? The shit was there yesterday because I was outside yesterday. Everything, all the cards was there yesterday. Nothing was messed up yesterday. I go downstairs today. The 2 business cards is gone. And the other flyer, the Hexbreaker flyer was gone to the music for Hexbreaking music soundtrack. They mad because I play that. When I know they doing spell work, especially upstairs, I play it. That's the whole point of me creating it, because it works. My music works for me. And it will work for other people if they're in a divine energy. It's not going to work for the Karmics. But anybody that's getting attacked spiritually, going through spiritual warfare, my music will help you. I'm just letting you know that. That was the point of me creating it. If it works for me, it will work for you. Why I'm not going to share it? Of course. I will never charge you that. That's something I won't. As far as me having to buy products and spiritual bath, of course, I would have charged somebody to do a spiritual cleansing like that. But music, that to help you cleanse yourself, that I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't charge people for that. Like, yeah, I charge already for protection work. I'm not gonna charge you for music that's protection work. It's frequency, and I'm not gonna charge for frequencies. Now my music, that's a different story. Collective, somebody is nervous and anxious. An informant in June. Something about last month. An informant. Something about the informant last month. What about the informant? They sacrifice people and animal for money, and the mask has cracked off his hidden enemy. So last month, the mask has cracked off this hidden enemy, this informant that out here sacrificed people and animal for money. So last month, this informant that they sacrificed people and animal for money, their mask has cracked. They've been exposed. Somebody's in my energy and trying to disrupt my vocabulary, trying to get me to stutter. This is somebody that mumbles and stutters and has a speech impediment, because this is what came out. So this person is, I am in my energy. I'm reading my energy. So the person that has a speech impediment and mumbles and stutters in my energy at this moment, trying to do something. And they don't understand that the more you attack me, the more abundant I'm going to be. Thank you very much for your energy. I take my enemy's energy, the negativity you sent to me, transmute it into positivity that I can use for me. You're going to be drained dry of your energy supply. And if you're trying to siphon, harvest, manifest, heal off of me, you're going to get extremely fucking sick. An incurable fucking disease. An underlying illness. And I'm speaking this. I'm telling you this. I'm letting you know, if you are siphoning, continue to siphon, continue to do spell work, continue to be cruel, continue to be wicked, continue to call on these demonic energies, continue to bring chaos, trouble my way, try to hurt and harm me, my friends or my family or anybody that I'm connected to that's supposed to be in my life, it will be an ending for you. And I don't give a fuck if you twist my words, switch my words. This is a defense. I am defending myself. Like if I was defending myself from somebody in the street that was coming for me, trying to put hands on me, it's the same shit spiritually. And my words are my hands, are my guns, are my fucking blows, my punches to you. Do you hear what I am telling you? I don't need to light a candle to fucking sit there and tell you your life will be destroyed trying to fuck with mine. You want to know why? Because I got the divine on my side. Bars. Stop playing with me. God protects me. The creator, the energy that created me to be here, gave me the breath, the image, the talent, the skill, the creator. You cannot defeat the creator. Not one demonic energy you call on, not one being, nothing you call on will defeat the creator that stands behind me, beside me, in front of me, and is within me. What the fuck don't you understand, you bird brain dumb motherfuckers? This is why y'all get talked to the way y'all get talked to. Y'all don't get no respect for me. I got no sympathy for you. You're stupid. You a weak bitch that think money buy you love, fame, and happiness, and it don't buy you nothing but in the motherfucking gutter, in the grave where you gonna end. Because you thinking you want to be famous. You want street cred. It don't look. You want to be so famous? Look at the famous people now. They disappearing. They a bunch of robots. That's what you want to be. You already a robot. Are you paying attention to what's going on in the world that we live in? You want to be this famous person, but these famous people are getting exposed. You're so dumb. Y'all want to turn to the dark side because you not patient enough for God to bless you. Well, thank God I was patient enough for God to bless me. Hey, thank God that I was patient enough to wait for spiritual abundance, God's blessing, instead of saying, oh, it's taking too long, I'm going to go to the devil. Fuck that. The devil is limited. I want unlimited abundance, unlimited happiness. I don't want my shit to be limited. Y'all a bunch of limited edition. Y'all only a temporary fame, a temporary money, a temporary recognition, a temporary validation, a temporary power of position. I'm working on permanent power of position. I work on. I mud made, as what you call it. I built from the ground up. Ain't nobody fucking give me shit to get me to where I'm going. Now, let me not say that they didn't give me shit, because I had certain support. But can nobody say they gave me any ideas? They didn't give me no ideas. You know what gave me ideas? YouTube, Google, watching people online, creators, other creators, trying things and applying and see what works for me and what I like, because we all getting ideas from somewhere, right? Nothing is ever an original when you really think about it. It's always a recreated version, and if you can make it better, put your own twist on it. That's how you make something yours. You make it yours by putting your own twist to something that you got inspiration on. Not taking somebody else's shit and copy, paste, and post and repeating somebody else's shit. That's not yours. That's somebody else's. And you just repeating and regurgitating the same shit and posting the same shit, and you just taking copy, paste, and post troll. It came out here. All you're doing is stealing. You're a thief. You're a scammer. A con as a thief. You're not original. There's nothing original about you. You have nothing, no skill, no talent. You're just I just want to get on here and trash y'all, because y'all trash. Basically, at the end of the day, I ain't got no nice words for y'all. It don't matter who you are, friend, family, foe, neighbor. It don't make a difference. Ex-lover, it don't make a difference. Ain't nobody bitter about y'all bitches anyway. Y'all the bitter bitches. Y'all be wanting me to be bitter because of what y'all doing. I don't give a fuck. All you doing is showing me the power that I do have, and I definitely got more power over you. If you coming for me the way you coming for me, years and years, and especially it's been more than a year, more than 2 years, more than 3, more than 4, more than 10. It's been more than 10 years, bitch. You ain't nothing powerful about you. I got the power. You don't. I'm in my power. You're not. And this is not me talking cocky, because I'm not a person that's a cocky person. I'm a very humble person. I'm just a very confident person. It took me a long time to be confident, because I had a very low self-esteem about myself, about the way I used to look, about the things I used to create. And there's no more whatever there is, not being confident in myself. I'm no longer going to get the energy anymore. I'm very confident in myself. Even with my flaws. Bitch, I got alopecia, but I know how to work. I know how to make myself look decent. I got a missing tooth because my stupid ass want to eat crab legs without the utensils, thinking my teeth is the utensils. That's my fault. My body could be the way it is. I have a natural shape to my body. If I really wanted to, I could be like these bitches out with the hourglass figure, because I have a natural hourglass figure. Natural. And it doesn't matter if I'm skinny or fat. It still shows, even when I'm a big girl. So if I really wanted to, I could get all toned up like these people that be trying to do all the looks, and it'll be all natural, and then you'll really be hating. There's a lot of things that I naturally have. And I know that's why people are jealous. I tell myself all the time, I be scrolling my personal Instagram, and I be just scrolling, I'm like, I know why people are jealous. I'm not ugly. I ain't going to say I'm the one, because there's prettier bitches than me. I've seen prettier bitches than me. But I know I'm not ugly. I'm not a whore. I don't use my body or my looks to get what I want. I use my brain, my mind up there, what God gave us to think, to learn, to absorb information. I absorbed information, and I used the information that I learned, and I put it, and I applied it, and I used it, and I did what worked for me. I used what I got, and I made something out of nothing, because that's how I was raised. I didn't grow up with money and a silver spoon. I grew up in the South Bronx, in the ghetto, in the hood, in poverty, getting hand-me-downs for my sister, clothes. So you think you coming in my energy to humble me? Bitch, I come from humble beginnings. You could never humble somebody that's humble. You could never put me in my place. Bitch, you the one that needs to be put in your place. You need to be put in a fucking cage because you're an animal. And you mad. Because you either an ex-boyfriend that lost their chance. Yes, you did. Every ex-boyfriend came back in my life and I gave you a chance to explain yourself. I almost gave y'all a chance to be back in my life, and each and every one of y'all played yourself. So now we got ex-boyfriends doing hexes and curses on me because you can't manipulate your way back in. No, you can't. We got jealous family members. Oh, well. It's not my fault that you a hoe. All you think about is men and wanting to be in a relationship and how to use men to live off of. And that's just one cousin of mine. I don't know how the rest of the family is, but there's one cousin of mine that the bitch claims that she wants to work, and she claims that she wanted to do this and claims she wanted to do that, but at the end of the day, she was a Chester molester that like fucking with young ass niggas, younger than her. And she like niggas to take care of her. And she was a scammer, a con artist, a thief to the system on top of that. So we ain't gonna mention no names, but we're just gonna say she used to scam the fucking system. Fake tax shit, fake welfare shit. Almost got me caught up with some fucking scam shit that she was doing. Try to get me to marry for money. Try to convince me to marry somebody for money. No, thank you. I'm Gucci. She almost got me caught up in something. Because there was a point in time that I did need money. But I tell you, God is good. God is great. Not just good. God is wonderful. Yeah, twisted stories. They always trying to twist stories about me. Let me tell you something. I have a good memory. I don't have recollective memory. I have a good memory. And when somebody has done me wrong, I know and I remember everything. I may not remember every conversation, but I remember my experiences, especially if it was a traumatic one. You mad that I know what y'all been doing for the past umpteenth years, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not going to be mad about it. You want to know why I'm not going to be mad about it? Because I am alive. I am breathing. My son is healthy. You tried to unalive my son, and my son is smart and healthy. And was raised, even though my mother could be a little fucking bitch and a little narcissistic at times. She has narcissistic traits, but she is a decent person. She is a good person. She is a good parent. Because if she wasn't a good parent, I would have been a hoe. Right? And I'm not. I used to have a low self-esteem when I was young, and I used to run to my mother all the time crying to her if I was pretty. And my mother used to tell me, anything that comes out of my body is beautiful. I grew up with my mother telling me, do not be a follower, be a motherfucking leader. I grew up watching my mother work so many jobs and being an independent contractor doing Avon and lingerie and work with which I traveled with my mother as she did her independent contracting. Tupperware, my mother sold Tupperware, she sold lingerie, she sold Avon. She's in the military or was in the military. I grew up watching a working woman. A woman that raised 2 daughters on her own and provided a roof over their head and always had a roof over their head and food on that table. Whether it was through welfare or working, we always had a roof over our head and food on that table. Even if it was a motherfucking struggle meal, my mother made it work. My mother made something out of nothing. This is where I was raised right. I want to cry for some reason. Somebody's in my energy crying. I'm sorry that you didn't grow up that way. And I shouldn't apologize for your upbringing. But because you weren't raised that way, it should not be you attacking me and you jealous because you wasn't raised that way. You know what you do? You become a stronger person because of the bullshit ass family that you came from. And you build your own family. And you find your own happiness. You don't steal it from another and you try to take it from another because you didn't grow up the way I grew up. We didn't have the same upbringing. For whoever thinks it, my mother may have been a little bitch and may have beat my ass, but I wasn't peaches and cream neither. I had a fucking smart ass mouth. Always talked back. Always did not come home when I was supposed to, past my curfew. And I was raised by a strict militant person. I got my ass beat. I wasn't this fucking innocent child. I passed curfew. I stole things. I did things as a child like any child would do growing up. I made my mistakes, but it's that I hit 44 July 5th. I'm a grown ass woman. There's no time to be making and continue making the mistakes. I'm an adult with a 20-year-old child about to be 21. There's no time to be continuing to making these mistakes over and over and over and over again. Motherfuckers is 50, 60, 30, 40, and you still making the same mistakes that you did when you were 15, 16, and 17, 20 years old? You still the same person? You didn't learn? And what's sad is some of these motherfuckers got kids. You were given the gift to bear a child and you still didn't learn. You still the karmic ass motherfucker and you raised devil spawns to be like you. Ungrateful with the life that God gave you because he didn't give you somebody else's talents and gifts and upbringing and parent, a mother, a father. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I grew up without a father. A real biological father. And then I had a stepfather that got separated from my mother, relationship end, and forgot all about me. But literally almost raised me. But left, got out of relationship, was no longer in a relationship with my mother, but forgot all about me. Abandoned my ass like I was nobody and nothing to him. And nobody gonna sit here and tell me about pain. And that I don't know what pain is. Like, I don't know what it is to want to unalive myself. Like, I don't know what it is to not feel loved and wanted and accepted, whether it is spell work or not. It don't matter if it was done by spell work or not. I still overcame it, though. Because I realized that I'm a talented ass bitch. And I'm a good person. And I got a good heart. And I got a lot of love for a lot of people. And because people want to misunderstand me, that I realized that was not my problem anymore. And I've always been a person that I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. And I have to remember that. I used to live off validation of other people. What other people thought about me and other people's opinions. That used to hurt me. How somebody used to feel about me. What people thought about me. You think I give a fuck? That's their opinion and their projections. Once I learned projection, what projecting means, it dawned on me. Oh, they just projecting on how they feel about me. Now we not accepting it, cut, cancel, and release, and send that shit back. It's not my energy. It's not how I feel about myself. It's how you feel. So if you feel about that, you can keep your own opinions to yourself. You can let yourself sit in that shit, but you won't be projecting that shit over here to me. You won't be projecting your jealousy, your envy, no delays because you mad. I don't give a fuck at this point. You know what's crazy is there's just so many people that I have probably experienced worse than you. Maybe they didn't grow. Maybe they had a good upbringing. Maybe they had 2-parent households. I didn't have a 2-parent household. I have a 1-parent household. Everybody's upbringing is different. But people still experience things in their life. And I always reference people. I always reference these kinds of, and I'm going to say people because they're just like us, you and me. But I always reference these kind of individuals, the ones that get into real bad accidents, the ones that be getting really burned, and the ones that be losing their legs and be losing their sight. And then you got people who are already born with disfigurations, and you have people who are born without sight and without hearing. And you see these people still living your life. You see these people. You have people who are born with what's the Down syndrome? You got people who are literally already born with a problem. But yeah, you got people who got Down syndrome and who are actors, singers, artists, athletes, bakers. You got people who got no limbs. There's a motherfucking Olympics for people who lost their body parts. You got motherfuckers, people who got no legs and still living. You got people who are not even past 2, 3, and 4 inches height and they still living a life. There are so many people who have experienced way worse than these people that are sitting here jealous of somebody's upbringing or talent or skill or the attention they get or the love they got in their life or the people who love them or care, whatever it is. But you got people out here who literally were born with a disfiguration, with a handy. They were born with some type of something that caused their life to be more difficult from the moment they arrived here. And you got these bitches mad and jealous and in their feelings because their mammy and their pappy didn't love them the right way. Oh, what? I don't know what else. Their boyfriend or their girlfriend left them. That's deep as shit, motherfuckers be getting SA'd. And I'm not gonna sit here and joke about that because there's no joking about somebody getting SA'd. So, and sometimes that's one thing that might be the hardest thing for people to get over. But you know what? I always use this person as a story. This person, I'm never gonna mention her name, and I think she should tell her story. But this one person I met online. And I find her a little inspirational, you know what I'm saying? Because she's somebody that, she's the same sign as me. And she got SA'd. And got pregnant by her assaulter. And she kept the baby and raised the baby. And this girl got problems. She got health issues and shit like that too. But she kept the baby. She raised the baby. you know, she went through her shit. She went through her little life experiences. And I'm not saying that she's not dealing with her own issues, but she seems a little bit more happier now. She's married. She had another baby. She has a house. You know, this is not the position that she was in before. And I find her inspirational because if somebody could get SA'd, get pregnant from her assaulter, keep the baby, raise the baby, and not treat that baby anyway because of that sexual assaulter, still love that child, still raise that child, knowing that that child came from an assault, I don't know what is more inspirational than that. So if somebody could get sexually assaulted, I just want to say, I said SA, and now I'm saying sexually assaulted. But if a person gets sexually assaulted and overcome it, and still move on and overcome that, and still have a fulfilled life, and get a family and a proper man in her life, and still move on and grow from it, then you can overcome anything. If a motherfucker could lose their limbs, like this person that I came across online, a guy who lost his legs, and he jokes. He finds bottom parts for his legs, short ones, big tall one. He be joking online with his condition. He's funny to me, and I find him inspirational too. Man lost his leg, almost could have died. Literally, his story that he's saying, he didn't only lose his legs. There was a lot of shit that happened to him in his accident, but he survived it. And probably he went through it before because he was probably an ass. God forgive me, but I think he said it himself. He was probably an ass before it. And this changed his life because he had to learn how to relive his life over again. And it's crazy how there might be something that's going to happen to these people, or has happened to these people, that's going to have to either, if they survive, is what I'm saying, is what I'm going to say. If they survive the wrath of God, because the wrath of God came out here, then these people are going to go through a traumatic experience, and they're going to have to learn how to relive their life again. And when I say that, I'm telling you, blindness, losing of limbs, these are all the energies that came out in my readings. These that came out, motherfuckers gonna be losing limbs. They're going to be very unhealthy and sick. And you know what's funny? Everybody that I see so far around me is sick. They look sick. And if I don't see them, somebody that I'm connected to has saw them. And every time I get a response, it's always something about they don't look good. Something happened to somebody. I always get the information some way, somehow. And I'll be like, oh, you see? Because they were evil. A storm is coming for these evil people. So, I'm done. Oh, look, somebody sweats a lot when they're nervous. They was told to walk all the way and leave it alone, and they didn't. This is somebody that's having a midlife crisis. That's not my problem. You have unfulfilled goals because you're running out of money. You manipulated others to do this. To set me up, the setup. You took an oath to do this. To be naughty by nature. You were in my lane, being naughty by nature, being a troublemaker. Bars. It was a failed mission. You trying to fake my death, or you trying to fake your death? But you shall perish anyway. You can fake a death all you want. You're going to pass away anyway. You a know-it-all energy. You thought you knew it all. You were true and faithful to this. You thought you were too legit to quit, but you were delusional. The devil is sick for being a prick playing dumbass tricks. You see? You sick. Another indictment charge is piling up. You got a court case too. This court case Flipmo Squad. Downstairs neighbor needs to be on medication, got mental issues. There's a downstairs neighbor that needs to be on medication. They got mental issues. They in childlike behavior. They need to act their age. I know a downstairs neighbor that has a problem and they need to be on medication. This organization is about to experience the wrath of God. Because they had me in a communal trial. They tried to experiment to me in the community. Under my masculine, feminine energy that was infatuated with me. Collective, I'm done. Yeah, they no longer have their power or position. They're being demoted. They was trying to contain my gifts. A karmic family. But I got archangel protection. And now they're tangled up in the situation. Yep, yeah, they tangled up in a situation. They in a sticky situation. Because I'm protected. I'm protected from a karmic family. A nasty karmic family. And all the lies are unfolding. About this sabotage. That's what just fell. They going to prison. In the home community. A karmic family in the home community. Entrapment. They was trying to entrap me in the reverse. They couldn't. They were in childhood energy. They did not come correct. They shouldn't have came at all. Now the devil is sick for being a prick. Let me tell you something. I'm done. They're going to keep getting exposed. And we already know it's people in this fucking building. I mean, yeah. Hello. Collective death will become them. That is what's going to happen to these people. So they won't keep fucking with me. They're going to be meeting the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper will be coming for them. Since they calling on death, death is coming for them. They better get ready. They better get ready. Peace out, collective. It's 2:21 on the clock on my timer. On the stove. 2:21. 2:22 now as I look back. So 2:22 as I look back at the clock. Peace out, collective. Thank you for listening as I expose these people in my energy. And I take my enemy's energy, the negativity they send to me, transmute it into positivity that I can use for me. May they be drained dry of their energy supply. And if they try to attach any cord, bind to me, any contract on me, try to do any hex, curse, ritual, or spell on my mind, my body, my soul, my home, my finances, my animals, my connections in any way, shape, or form, whether they family, friend, romantic, or business, their life will come to a complete end. Whether that's physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, mentally. However God seems fit to destroy these people, they will be destroyed. Even if God gotta wipe them off the face of this fucking earth. So mote it be. So shall it be. Amen, collective. Amen. Peace out. Oh, my upstairs neighbors sound nervous. And right before I get off this video, I feel somebody's energy and they anxious. I've been feeling it for a little minute, but I wanted to pay no mind to it. But being that they coming out with this is confirmation that I have anxious energy in my energy right now, collective. Motherfuckers is nervous. And they scared. And they should be. Because they know that everything that they sent out to me, they already know that shit is a boomeranging right back. And there is nothing they can possibly do to stop it from coming back to them. So if you sending me death, if you were sending me any death, and I'm not talking about death to finances, death to my career, I'm talking about death. If you were sending me any unaliving shit, you need to understand that you are going to cease to exist. So if you were wishing me to no longer be breathing, I need you to understand you will no longer be breathing. Or somebody in your life that you love and you care for will no longer be breathing. If you are causing me to have financial problems, you are going to be broke, homeless, and in the fucking street. No one is going to give you a dollar, a penny, nothing. You will get no help in the streets. You have no roof over your head or food to eat. If you are sending me illnesses, please understand that what you send me is going to manifest in your life with interest and 10 times worse, and it's going to be very visible for everybody to see that you're sick. And you have a smell to you. There's no amount of perfume or cologne that's going to cover the stench that you give off on your body. Whether it's coming from a bad habit of drugs, alcohol, or witchcraft, you stink. Not only physically, spiritually, all over, you literally smell. And there's no babalao, no witch doctor, no country that you could travel to remove or hex or curse off of yourself. And there's no witch doctor, no spiritual person that you could fly to that can hex or curse me. I don't give a fuck how talented, how well they are. Because I heard one of the readers say that this is a well-versed, person that knows what they're doing. I don't give a fuck if this person knows what they're doing. The fact that now I know what you're doing, your shit not gonna work. And if it did work, God allowed it to work because it was a lesson that I was supposed to learn. Is what y'all don't understand. God will use you to upgrade the next person. So if I'm somebody that already had a destiny, a calling, God used you. What's the saying? As my footsteps, my footstools. Thank you. You literally got on your knees, hands and knees, so that I could step on your back. You thought you were stepping on my back. But you are literally, like they say, on my footstools, my stairs. Y'all are the ones that's getting on. Y'all dropping down as soon as every time I walk up, this every one step, y'all dropping down on your knees, getting on your hands and knees, and I'm stepping on your back. Since y'all was doing a lot of stepping on mine. Y'all became the stairs to my success. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. For every hex, every curse, every spell, ritual that you did, for every person that you got involved, for every lie that you told, for every nasty, trashy, unimaginable thing that you could have said in on my name. Thank you. I appreciate you.